housing lender.
Caldwell Medical Center Sleep Lab offers diagnosis for a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans have significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
And time now is 8:38. You're listening to the Tiger Morning Show on your local hometown radio station, WPKY 103.3 FM. Another quick look at your weather this morning. Currently 77 degrees with fair skies in downtown Princeton. Today we're looking at a 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms, increasing cloud covers throughout the day with highs reaching near 90. Tonight, chance of precipitation 20%, mostly cloudy skies overnight, lows around 71. And looking ahead to Thursday, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms again. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies with highs near 87. And I have a very special guest with me in the studio this morning, Miss Beth Mann. She is the CEO and president of Ham Broadcasting and soon-to-be owner of your very own WPKY. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. Good morning.
Well, let's jump right into it.
All
I'll
right.
give you the opportunity. Do you want to introduce yourself to the community? Tell them a little bit about yourself.
Happy to do so. I'm a broadcaster for life. It's been my chosen profession since I was 7 years old.
Well, gosh, that's talk about a childhood dream come true.
Childhood dream come true. I am living my dream every day. I grew up in Elkton, Kentucky.
Okay.
They were building a radio station across the street from my grandmother, WEKT, a very small radio station, an AM standalone. It's still an AM standalone today. And I came home at about 7 years old, and I said, Mom, when I grow up, I'm going to own radio stations. And I've wanted to do that my whole life. I've never really veered from that. So I had an opportunity all through high school to stay focused on broadcasting, do some PA work. At that time, I played sports, but they didn't cover girls' sports.
Yeah.
So I would play my game and then go up and do color with the boys' games, for fun and hang out with the guys every chance I got in the radio business. And went through college, a University of Kentucky graduate, just like you.
Yeah.
And got my degree in telecommunications with a minor in marketing. And the whole time I was in college, I was working in Hopkinsville in television. I spent 10 years at TV 43. Went to work with them very early on when that was signing on the air and got a wonderful opportunity to learn the broadcast industry and every position in the broadcast industry. And so I spent almost 10 years there and then had an opportunity to come to Katie's and run WKDZ AM and FM. About 2 or 3 years after I got there, we bought what was WQKS in Hopkinsville, which is now WHVO. So we now have 5 radio stations. We have 2 AMs and 3 FMs. And I've been with Ham Broadcasting Company almost 25 years. It'll be 25 years next spring. So it's been a great run.
Yeah.
And so now we get the opportunity to add WPKY.
Add it to the family.
1580 to the family, right. So we're excited about that. We're excited.
Now let's talk a little bit. I know we talked about before the interview that you actually considered purchasing WPKY a few years ago.
Right.
When it became up for sale.
I was looking at the station about 5 years ago and started doing some research on it, came to the market, really loved the market. I was pretty familiar with it, being adjoining counties to Trigg County. And we were just going through a situation in our life where my lifetime mentor, pretty much my father figure, he and I had been together 33 years in business, and he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. And things were starting to change for him, and we were trying to figure out what we were doing with Ham Broadcasting Company. And he passed away in February of 2015. And, of course, then that's when they got very serious about selling off PKY, and there was a lot of conversation about AVJ and the company going dark and the stations moving out of town. And so we were pretty serious about buying and really reviewed the market and felt we could do well with it. And I just kept having this little tap on my shoulder that said, Beth, your timing's terrible. You've just lost your best friend, your mentor, you're taking over that estate. You're going to be running the company without him, and I've always been with him. My entire broadcast career was with him. And so I just kept getting that little tap on the shoulder that said, you really need to rethink this. The timing's not right. Mm-hmm. And I believe as a business person that timing is probably more important than any other thing in business. So we passed on it. And I've kept a real close eye on it, and I watched the translator being built, and I knew the people involved in doing all of that. I'm friends with Commonwealth. I'm friends with Barry Williams, who built your translator. And I just decided, maybe someday the opportunity would come back up. Mm-hmm. And a month or 6 weeks ago, Joe called and said, we're going to sell Ties, moving on, and is not going to become the next owner as we had thought was going to happen. And we'd like to talk to broadcasters about owning it. We really want true broadcasters to have it and take it to the next step. And wow, have they been incredible. Joe and Kathy have just bent over backwards to help us get a smooth transition, to help us be successful, and they're still investing. If you ride by and look at our new at the AM tower, they just helped us get a brand new paint job on the tower. They're still writing checks to make WPKY better, and that's the kind of partnership you want. Mm-hmm. That's a perfect deal there. So I can't say enough good things about Joe and Kathy McEnany and Dan and Jaylynn Hughes and Lucinda Hughes-Gray. They truly love this community, and they did something I think very few people would ever do. I mean, who's going to go buy a business you know nothing about?
Yeah, I know we had talked
just
about
because
that.
It's the right thing to do. I mean, if I went and bought McDonald's or a car delership, I'd be bankrupt in about 2 weeks. Yeah. So
I would eat my profits if it was McDonald's. So.
Well, me too. Yeah. Me too. But they've put their head in the game, and they didn't just buy it to be buying it. They bought it to make it better, and they did make it better. They added the live video streams, and they added the FM translator, and they moved the studios. I mean, who goes and builds a new studio who's not in the radio business? It's hard for those of us to build it who are in the business.
Yeah.
But they did that.
And just to jump in, I mean, head first.
Unbelievable. And they built a good team here, and they built a lot of community spirit. I mean, this community, from what I can tell, is very excited about WPKY. And I have to tell you, when we were considering whether this was the right time for us to invest or not, on that right-hand column, probably number one on the right-hand column was the community supports that station. The community wants the stations to be there.
Oh, yeah.
That's huge. Because you can do a lot of things when you have community support.
I mean, when there was the threat that we were going to lose our radio station, I mean, the community they came together like no other.
You bet.
The support was definitely there.
Right. So that's what's huge to me. We can do anything this community wants to do if the community wants to support it. And when I came to Katie's 25 years ago, it was a very similar situation. I'm having deja vu in a lot of ways because it was a very small staff.
Yeah.
We had 3 people on our staff: Tom Rogers, Alan Watts, and Cindy Allen Lax. Believe it or not, all 3 of them are still on my staff.
Yeah, I just met them. They were in the studio here just a few days ago.
So it was small. We're now 30 plus employees. It's still a small company in a small town.
Yeah.
But we don't think small and we don't act small. We do as much as the community will allow us to do. And we told Katie's that when we got there 25 years ago. We'll stop growing when you're ready to stop growing.
Yeah.
You just tell me when you've had enough. And so far they keep saying yes. Yes, we want yoursportsedge.com. Yes, we want digital products. We want a billboard. We want texting. We want apps on our phones. We want to be on Alexa.
Yeah.
And as long as they keep telling us those things, we're going to keep doing those things.
Well, I know when I introduced you, just to kind of change gears a bit, we talked, you're the soon-to-be owner. Can you explain a little bit what the transition period is?
Absolutely.
Or what's going on right now?
I can tell you it's not fast enough, but it is what it is.
That's the federal government for you.
It is
so
what
can
it
you
is.
do?
Joe and I were laughing about that the other day. He said, there is more government intrusion in that. And I said, yeah, there sure is. But the Federal Communications Commission has to approve every license transfer. Mm-hmm. And that's because, we're licensed to serve the community. While we are very much a business, our license comes from the federal government, and it is to super serve your community.
Yeah, the public interest.
So absolutely. So they're going to review my history. They're going to review WPKY. They're going to run us through the mill and be sure everything's legal and our I's are dotted and our T's are crossed before they give us a yes. So I'm hoping for end of the year. Mm-hmm. And if it's sooner than that, then maybe we'll get a nice Christmas present.
Hey, there you go. So once the transition is finalized and ham broadcasting, WPKY is added to the family of ham broadcasting stations.
Right.
Kind of what's your vision for the future? What can the community expect?
There's a great question.
Yeah, it's a very open-ended question.
That's the one that keeps me awake at night thinking about it. I'm really excited about the future of WPKY. The more I'm here, the more excited I am about it, because we just are getting such fantastic reception. Last night, I worked late. I'm working on the building some, trying to do some things that I think are important, image-wise, to make a difference in our company. And Tom stopped by and said, well, do you need me to do the windows? Do you need some help with the power washing? And so he's out there power washing after dark last night. Yeah. And it's things like that motivate me, because I'm like, if he cares enough about our radio station to be here working late at night, then I care enough about our radio station to be here working late at night. So I pulled out of here about 9:30 last night, went through the drive-thru, met Jennifer over at Hardee's and thanked her for a late night burger. And I think that's what will build a great company over time. So I've been asked questions already about, are you changing the format? Mm-hmm. I can tell you that there are no immediate changes in place for changing the format. I'm listening to the station a lot. I like it. I like what I hear. I think it's very well done. Will we polish it? Yes. Will we rebrand it? Yes. Will we re-image it? Absolutely. We're already working on those things. But our first area of focus is probably going to be sports. Mm-hmm. And
which I know a lot of the community is concerned about. Well, not concerned, but just excited to hear what your plans are.
And I can understand. I tried to think early this morning. I was thinking about, so what would I be thinking if it was my community radio station and it was being sold and it was someone I didn't know or haven't met yet. So here's where we are on the things that I think are important to this community, and I think I have a pretty good idea. I've covered Caldwell County sports either through television at the TV station. I started my career in sports. My first job was operating cameras for sports, for Friday Night Football. Okay, so I'm pretty familiar with sports. I grew up an athlete.
Yeah.
So I understand the passion of a community for sports. So one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to improve the quality of the broadcast. And what I mean by that is we're going to work to get it to a digital format as quickly as possible and improve the equipment that we use to broadcast it, because we have a great group of broadcasters. Those guys are passionate about the Caldwell County Tigers.
And know what they're talking about.
We don't have a lot to change there.
No.
But we're going to get some big-time imaging. We're going to give them more of a college feel in the way we brand it, okay? And we're going to work to get them some more equipment to be able to put it on a digital platform rather than using cell phones and mono, okay? So sports will be first. Then real soon after that, we're already working with Audrey Lamb, who I think is doing a great job, has great talent. I'm very excited about her. We're going to be working with her to provide more local news. And that will probably happen within 2 to 3 weeks. I mean, we're already working on new formats rather than having news that she's working really hard to create. Why would you only use that once or twice a day? Why not 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 times a day?
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing a lot more local news, and we're going to be doing a lot more audio from location, a lot more comprehensive, deeper volume of news. Okay, so that will happen real soon, probably in the first 30 days. And then we're going to be looking for a new morning show host. Yeah. And I know you've got some political aspirations, and you need to work on your campaign, and wow, do I get that. And I commend you. I mean, to think about a young man being 24 years old and wanting to serve as mayor or to serve your community in any capacity, I think it's pretty awesome.
Well, thank you.
So we are going to have to do that. We didn't see that coming, but we'll deal with that. So there are ads running for that started yesterday. And we're looking, I hope, to find someone who is very much about Princeton and Caldwell County, somebody who bleeds blue for Caldwell County is what I'd like to find.
Well, you know what I hear when you're talking about all this? Investment. I mean, you're
Absolutely.
investing in equipment, investing in the community, investing in staff. I feel like that's really a focus of the transition and what you hope to achieve by taking
absolutely
over WPKY.
is. I've been taught by one of the best broadcasters. He's in the Kentucky Broadcasters Hall of Fame. He's in the University of Kentucky Hall of Fame. I've been taught by a professional who says that you keep investing. You never stop investing to make your product better and to make your community more proud. And so we're going to do that. That's worked for us for the last 30 years to keep investing. I don't see this as something that just gives me an opportunity to earn more money as a broadcaster. Mm-hmm. For me, this is about finding the way to super serve the community. And over time, if you'll take care of your community will take care of you.
Oh, without a doubt.
We've proven that over 30 years. So we're going to be investing in equipment. We had an engineer here all day yesterday working at the AM transmitter site. We're going to be investing in going stereo.
Yeah.
We're going to try to get some more power. We're going to try to go up the tower some more to see if we can get some more range.
Which I know is something that we've heard
Absolutely.
a lot about. And
Absolutely.
I'm sure the community will be happy to hear. Is really
Right.
trying to get it where, if you're one of the county folk,
Right.
being able to hear it a little bit better at your house. So
That's right.
That's very exciting.
We have 2 translators just like 103.3. They're the exact same wattage. Mm-hmm. And we get a lot more distance out of those 2 than what we're getting out of 103.3. So we just need to spend some time with that, be sure that we're maximizing our capabilities there. And I don't think we are. So we're going to try to get more power. The AM is going to be revitalized. 1580 is going to be rebuilt. If the community gives us enough support, and I think they will, mm-hmm. we're going to be shopping for probably new translator. For a new transmitter to give that a much better sound, because your 1580 gives you more range than your translator's going to. Always. Mm-hmm. You're always going to be able to pick up 1580 further than you're going to be able to pick up 103.3.
Yeah.
So we need to bring that back up. That kind of, I think, got lost in the translation mm-hmm. when we started going to 103.3. You're so excited to be on the FM dial that you sometimes forget that you've got a really great AM station. So we're going to work to revitalize
the
that.
other side of the dial people don't think about.
Right.
So.
We're going to work on your stream. In fact, I've already this morning communicated with my engineer about your stream, because this morning I said, Alexa, play WPKY.
Yeah.
And she did.
Yeah.
But she didn't sound very good.
Yeah.
So we're going to work on that. It's not processed. The highs cause it to really sound like broken speakers. When mm-hmm. you hear that, it sounds like broken speakers. So we're going to work on getting some processing on that stream, so that if people want to listen on their phone, they want to listen on Bluetooth in their car, that gives them range. You got worldwide.
Yeah.
If you've got a good stream, you can listen anywhere. It doesn't matter what your power is. So we're going to work on getting that stream sounding really good.
And just kind of like you were talking about, radio is really a two-way street. We provide a service to the community, but it's also a little bit reciprocal there as well, if you kind of want to talk a little bit about that.
You bet it is. And I mean, I think that's a great way to introduce where we need to go and what we need to do. People are just stopping by and introducing themselves, and I love that.
Yeah.
I always have time for that because I learn more from them than they'll ever learn from me about radio, because they tell me what matters to them in this community. But everybody has asked repeatedly, what can we do? What can we do to support our stations? And there are 2 or 3 things that come to my mind that I want to be really clear in my ask on, okay? One is, if you own a small business, consider letting us help you grow it. We have great marketing team. We have a team of 8 marketing specialists. Mm-hmm. 2 of them are from here and will be here on a regular, ongoing basis.
Oh, well, that's really exciting to hear.
It definitely is. Heather Riley, mm-hmm. who's married to Jeff, who coaches at Caldwell County.
Hometown right there.
Hometown right there. Heather is so excited to be back home. I mean, she is beside herself.
Yeah, she doesn't have to go far. I think she just lives right over there.
Well, let me
Stone's
tell you,
throw away.
She came in last night, got on her hands and knees and cleaned the restrooms.
Oh.
Now, does that tell you how excited she is to
That's
be
dedication.
back in this
Yeah.
hometown? And so I'm so excited for her and the opportunity she has to get to be back home.
But I think we've seen that from all of your employees at Ham
They
Broadcasting.
are. They're great.
Just taking that little extra step.
They're great. We have a really, really good team, and that's the thing I'm most proud of in our company. The second person is Cindy Allen Lax,
mm-hmm.
who was born and raised right here in Princeton. Her mom, Ruth Ryan, lives right on Main Street here in Princeton.
Yeah.
Her sister lives here. She cried when I told her that we had bought the radio station. She
That's
was so
the kind of
excited
emotion
to be
you
back.
want to hear, yeah.
So she's been overworking. I've seen her 2 or 3 times over here already, and so she will be here more. Her mom is aging, and so she's going to get to spend more time with her mom. And
that's a perfect situation.
She is our longest-running employee. She celebrated 25 years with Ham Broadcasting in April.
Well.
So she gets to finish up a career, hopefully getting to super serve her hometown in addition to Princeton, which has become her hometown. So we're really excited about that. So let us help you grow your business. That's what we do. That's truly what we do for a living. The second thing is, if you don't own a business, you can certainly support a local business. So think about that when you're going out of town to buy things and when you're shopping online to buy things, that the only way this community can grow is to shop local.
Keep your dollars here.
Keep your dollars here. You need to support local businesses, and particularly I'm going to ask you to support local businesses who advertise on our radio stations, because that's what's going to keep them able to advertise, and that's what's going to keep us able to continue to commit to continued growth.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really, really important. The third thing is, as a community, we need positive comments. We need feedback. We need for you to share our successes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an eternal optimism. I mean,
it's the only way to be.
I can go through a thunderstorm and I see sunshine.
Yeah, glass is always
glass
half
is
full.
always about 3/4 full
Yeah.
for me. So say nice things and share good things that we're doing. And I don't mind hearing about things we're not doing well, because I'm watching for those probably more so than I'm watching for good things.
Yeah.
But I think positive breeds positive. It brings on a better feel for what we're doing.
You put good into the world, you get good back.
You get back, and you get it back on steroids.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the things I think that we would expect and need for the community in order for us to grow and be successful here.
Which one thing I really want to hit on, which I think is really going to be exciting to our small business owners, which I think the McEnany's did a very admirable job. I
They
say that
absolutely
as
did.
an employee of McEnany Enterprises,
They
but
did a phenomenal job.
really the resources that Ham Broadcasting can bring to the community, especially with this marketing expertise, I mean, that can really make a big difference for some of our small businesses.
It can grow this community. And Princeton needs that. I mean, we have more business opportunity in Caldwell County than we do in Trigg.
Mm-hmm.
When you ride around this county, there are more businesses with opportunity to grow than Trigg County has.
Untapped potential.
Untapped potential. So that's why media, I think, is so important. It's important in that we are the watchdog for the community. We are the person responsible for informing and educating and supporting the community. But we're also responsible for economic development of that community.
Mm-hmm.
In communities that have lost their newspapers or lost their radio stations or lost their media outlets, those communities, you can watch them just go down.
It's a death knell.
They
it's the beginning to the end.
It absolutely is. It trends downward the day that happens. So it's important that we thrive because we can help other businesses thrive.
Mm-hmm.
And that needs to be our goal every day. If you ask me what I do for a living, I might say I'm a broadcaster, but what I probably would say to you is I grow local businesses.
Mm-hmm. It's a very symbiotic relationship. Rising sea
so.
lifts all boats. So,
Very much so.
was there anything else in particular you wanted to talk about, or anything that you wanted to address to the community? Or
Let's talk about this weekend.
Yeah. Big weekend.
So, we had that timing conversation just a few minutes ago
Yeah.
about the timing's not great for that.
Right
So-
into our busy time.
So lo and behold, we took over in a local marketing agreement September 1st,
Mm-hmm.
and you're having your biggest festival of the year 5 days later.
Well, of course, we thought we'd give you a challenge.
here
That
we go.
curveball.
So
We'll see
here
how
we
good
go.
you really are.
There you go. So we will be at Black Patch.
Uh-huh.
We're broadcasting the parade Friday at 5. Audrey Lamb is going to be joining Cindy Allen Lax on air for the parade coverage. We will have a booth. We're going to be somewhere close, I think, to the hardware store and Black Patch Grill. We're going to be right in that area.
Okay, yeah.
We're broadcasting on Saturday from 9 until 1. We'll have a tent there. And we'll have several of our staff members there for you to meet and greet, because I think you need to know who we are.
Yeah,
and
of course.
We want to be very transparent. We want your questions and concerns. I challenge you to step up and introduce yourself and let me know what you think about our community, about our company.
Yeah.
Express your concerns to me so at least I can address those, and then share your positives with other people.
Yeah. And then, of course, you might also have the opportunity to get on the radio. We're always looking for people to
That's right, to
contribute about
to
all
interview.
the fun festivities going on. So.
Absolutely. So we're looking forward to that. And then we'll also be, yoursportsedge.com will be at the game Friday night. We're bringing our Spirit Squad over. So we've got some cool things to give away for yoursportsedge.com for the Caldwell County, Crittenden County game. So we're looking forward to that. So that's a chance to meet some other people on our team Friday night.
Yeah.
So.
Hopefully the weather will cooperate. I think Hurricane. Is
I
it
know.
Gordon Hurricane? What's the chances?
Gordon, get out of here.
Not only do we give you 5 days to plan for all this, a
You bring
hurricane's
me
also
some
going to hit.
hurricanes.
So,
Well, you know what? We've done live broadcasts of the Ham Festival for all 25 years I've been there. And we don't play any music even during that coverage. I mean, we do
Yeah.
we do 18 hours of coverage from Ham
Straight
Festival.
coverage.
Straight coverage.
Wow.
And we've done it in rain that was up around our ankles.
As you get
we've
washed
done it
away.
in snow. We've done it in 90-degree weather. We've done it in every kind of weather you can imagine in October.
You're like a mailman. Come rain or
right, come
sleet
rain,
or
sleet or
snow
snow.
or whatever that saying is.
That's
Ham
right.
Broadcasting will be there.
That's
so.
what broadcasters do, you know, and we're especially there when you're in inclement situations. So,
Oh, of course.
we're going to expand your weather coverage. We're already
Emergency
working on that.
broadcast, yeah.
Your emergency broadcast. We will be in long form programming, which means we will stay with you
Mm-hmm.
through any inclement weather situations with weather. That policy will go in effect immediately. So
Which is
it's going to be busy.
I mean, another great service to add to a long list of services you've shared with us this morning. But is there anything else you can think of that you want to?
I think you've covered
The
it well.
microphone is yours.
We want to be part of this community, and we're excited about the opportunity. Everybody on my team is over the top excited about it. Joe and Kathy have just been incredible. I think they're really pleased. They were here on Friday when we were meeting with Audrey
Yeah.
and John Miller. I'm looking forward to working with John. I mean, gosh, that guy's smart. Looking forward to him growing in our company also. Kathy was here for a lot of that, and I could tell she was excited just hearing us talk about the challenges of different equipment and how to make it sound better and how to
Yeah.
image it better and
Just that improvement.
that
just
radio side.
moving forward.
Give
yeah.
it the radio side, because they did a great job, and this community did a great job of making sure that the station never moved backwards.
Mm-hmm.
We're taking the station at break even. It's not in the red. It's not going broke. It's not broken.
Yeah.
Nothing about the company's broken. So we're in a perfect position to take something that's already really good
And make it even
and make
better.
it really great. And we're looking forward to that, very much so.
Was there any other employment opportunities you see down the road? I know morning show. Host,
Morning show,
obviously.
definitely, and that's of course
Yeah.
an obvious and a quick one.
Yeah.
You know, that's going to have to happen right away.
Send
so
in
that,
your applications. I'm
Yeah.
getting up. This is entirely too early for me. I forgot how early 5:30 is. Made a terrible mistake, guys.
Well, I understand where you are, and I mean, I wish you well.
Yeah.
I certainly wish you well.
Yeah, I wish the opportunity was different. I'd love to stay, but
Well, everybody's stepping out at the wrong time. I mean,
Yeah.
Ty Englebright, I'm like, wait a minute here. I mean, we're just getting
Yeah.
ready to have some fun here. So that's going to happen immediately. We'll be looking at voices. You know, we need to expand our voice bank, and we have voices. We have a bank of voices from Canada to the southern tip of Florida who do work for us, because with technology now, you don't have to be in this studio
Yeah.
to do great commercials.
Canadian A.
Right,
We're gonna
Canadian So we'll be looking for voices to expand there. We're probably going to be looking at some more opportunities for sports, especially for yoursportsedge.com, that we see an opportunity to continue to grow that, because Caldwell County has said we want more sports coverage, and we're willing to give that. Hoping for a great partnership with Todd Griffin. I'm going to reach out to him today.
Yeah.
See if we can get that firmed up. I see nothing really but good things, and I know how to grow business. That's what I do. So as much as I'm saying to myself, hold back, give it some time, don't go too fast. I'm like a horse in gallop. I'm ready to
just
go.
let the reins
I want to go.
Yeah.
So we'll grow it, and if the community decides they don't want to grow that much or that fast or in the direction we're going, we'll pull back, and we'll pull it back until they're comfortable again. So. That's where we're going.
It's one good thing about Princeton. We're not wallflowers. We'll probably let you know. We don't keep it to ourselves. So
Well, there's nothing wrong with that. The
public
community-
public comment boxes are a danger here in Princeton. So you'll get what you ask for.
I understand. Well, I'd rather you tell me
Yeah,
than
of
not
course,
tell me.
yeah.
But we'll know very quickly. Our support so far, just the decision to do Black Patch, has been great. And we've
Yeah.
had several businesses say, yes, I want to be part of that. And that's all I need to know. I mean, if you want to do it, I'll do the work.
Yeah.
If you want to support it, we'll do the work. And we've got a team eager to serve.
And then, of course, like you said, hyper local. I mean, local. That's how it's going to stay.
Absolutely. It's going to be so local that people outside of Caldwell won't be terribly interested in it, because it's going to be the lost dog on Main Street.
Yeah.
And I'm totally cool with that. I think Princeton and Caldwell County can support it. I'm not looking for power increases just so we can go serve Edaville or Catawba. We will serve those communities because they're underserved. But I'm looking for power increases so that every person in Caldwell County, from boundary to boundary,
Knows what's happening
they
in
can
Caldwell
hear
County.
it, and they
Yeah.
can hear it easily. So we're here to super serve that county because we think the county has got enough people and enough heart and soul to support us without having to count on Hopkinsville or Cadiz. Or we super serve those communities already.
Mm-hmm. Well, onward and upward.
Is
there anything else you'd like to share this morning?
Got
or
it.
if we
I think
feel like we've shared a lot with our listeners. So.
I do want to say that if people have questions or comments or concerns,
how can they
I'm
reach
going to give you my
out?
cell phone number,
Okay.
and I do not mind taking calls. I take them 24 hours a day pretty much anyway.
I think she was up at
it's
2:20 this morning.
I was up at 2:22. I woke up and said, what the heck? I mean,
it's hard to not find a time. I guess you're available. So
that's probably true. But my phone number is 270-350-1916, 270-350-1916. My email is first letter, last name, B. Mann, that's with two N's, BMANN, at WKDZradio.com.
All right. And, of course, we can publicize that and promote that on our Facebook page as well if anybody needs to reach out. And, of course, you can always reach out to the studio as well.
Right.
And we can pass the message along.
I'll be here a lot.
Yeah. She might already be here.
Good news, bad news.
She might be the one answering the phone. So, all right. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I mean, I guess it's technically almost your studio. So,
well, no, it probably will never completely be mine because it belongs to this community. It belongs to you guys who've helped build it. So, but I'm excited to be part of it.
Good answer. I like that. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in, Miss Beth Mann. She's the CEO and president of Ham Broadcasting and soon to be owner of your very own WPKY The Tiger. Time now is